I'd like to welcome everybody back after that short intermission. This video will also be posted on my YouTube. Today we are canning up some frozen peas. I have all my materials. I have 6 pint jars, my canning lids, my rings, a rubber spatula, a funnel, something to scoop out my peas with, and let's get started. So I started filling up my jars, and you have to be careful because the peas were previously frozen. You don't want to break them. And I'm going to use a teaspoon of salt in each one. And I filled up all my jars with a teaspoon of salt. I did spill a little bit, but hey, you can't cook and can without a little bit of something spilling every now and then. You just clean it up and you keep on going. So I did fill up my jars with water as well. I used hot water, not scalding hot, but I did use hot water, and I left about an inch of headspace there as well. I went back with that one jar, put a little bit too much, and I got the extra out. I did debubble my jars, and of course I used my 4 jars canning lids for this project. I put my rings on fingertip tight, and after I put my rings on fingertip tight, I began to load up my canner. Again, this Nesco canner can take 5 pints, but I had 6, so I did 3 and a jar of water. And I did not use my good canning lid for the jar of water. I did put 2 quarts of hot water in my Nesco canner. I set my Nesco canner to exhaust, and I began to set my time. I pressure canned these for 40 minutes. After I set my timer, I allowed my canner to build up to the temperature that it needed to start. It does cycle for about 20 minutes to get to the time that it needs. It'll take you to E10, which is that 10-minute countdown. Once it builds up to pressure, it'll go to E0 and you set it to airtight. Once my 40 minutes had processed, it was off, and I set my vent on my weight to exhaust, and this is the finished product. The peas are still whole, nothing mushy, still intact. They are going to still have a beautiful green color. And I have my 6 pints that I did. As soon as I open my canner, which is normal for me, I do hear that ping, and everything had 100% seal with my 4 jars lids. If you have some extra peas, think about canning them.